This is a picture of my mother, Natsuko Rose Takaki, on her 102nd birthday. When she was 101 years old, she fell and fractured her hip. The doctor said that since she used to walk regularly prior to her fall, they could operate on her and she would be able to stand in a couple of days and would be walking within a week. If she had not been walking prior to her hip fracture, then she would never stand again and would quickly decline afterwards. If you are 101 years old, are not getting around in a wheelchair, and you're afraid of falling and fracturing your hip, then you might consider learning to walk again. My mother underwent the hip operation and was able to stand after a couple of days. Here she is walking within a week of the operation.
Just try it
Stand up, I'll
out.
help a little bit.
He's gonna help you.
So once she's up, she's up. Ready? One.
Yeah. We hold. Okay. Up. Right. Very good. Hold here.
Now hold on to the wall. There we go.
Yeah. One more. Hold here. Right. Good.
All right,
That's why right now.
let's walk to the door.
Out.
Mm,
Out.
When's the last time she had the pain pill?
This morning.
This morning.
I don't think.
Now
A
hold
few
on to
weeks
the rail.
later, the physical
I'm going to
therapist
take
is
this
teaching
up.
my mother how to walk up the
So
steps.
that way it's waiting. Bring your left foot up first.
Left.
Yep, good foot first.
I was thinking, what is the left foot?
This side.
Ready? One, two.
No, that's right. Surely she's doing it right.
Yep. So left foot first. She can hold on to that just for. No.
No.
Left foot. Left foot.
This foot.
Oh, left foot.
Yep, that's the broken foot.
Put that one back
That'll
down.
hurt. That's going to hurt. Bring the left foot up. There we go. You can hear the arthritis in the knee though. That's what that creaking noise is. So we'll leave a little bit more room. Left foot, one more. You can hear the creak. Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A year later, this is my mother walking up the steps. We have to go back to the 1940s to encounter the biggest adversity in my mother's life. Soon after the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, thus drawing the U.S. into World War II, our family, along with 120,000 Japanese and Japanese Americans along the West Coast, were forced to leave their homes and relocate to internment camps further inland. We were sent to Hard Mountain, Wyoming. In camp, our father contracted tuberculosis. He was sick for several months, and then tragically, he passed away. My mother was left with the daunting task of raising her 4 kids, with another on the way. After the war, we left camp and eventually moved to Montebello, California. In California, after the war, we encountered a very hostile environment. People hated all Japanese, which made raising 5 kids as a single parent extremely difficult. My mother first worked as a housekeeper and then enrolled at LA Trade Tech, seeking a bookkeeping credential. She obtained her bookkeeping credential and sought employment with the LA County. At that time, they weren't hiring many Japanese Americans to civil service jobs. Luck smiled on my mother and she got the job. She worked for the county for 34 years. The county job made it much easier for her to support our family. It was still a struggle raising 5 kids. We were always poor, but things got better as my mother was promoted to supervisorial positions. Finally, in June of 1966, the youngest in our family, Carol, graduated from UCLA. My mother had overcome the biggest challenge in her life. She had raised all 5 of us kids, and we all had college educations. Recently, my wife and I went to Thailand. Our tour guide explained that the eyes of all Buddhist statues look straight ahead, not down nor up. That symbolized staying in the present moment. I think that is what my mother always did. She didn't look into the past with regret, nor did she look into the future with dread. She looked at what was right in front of her and then did whatever she had to do. On June 15th of 2019, my mother will turn 103. She has a very good sense of humor.
You're gonna rock climb tomorrow?
Huh?
Are you gonna rock climb tomorrow?
No, I can't do that. You know, I'm not a rock climber. I say I'm going to, and I can't even climb a little rock.
She has a song in her heart, and she still gets excited about life.
And I said, San Fernando High, long time ago. Come on, hurry up. We're gonna have a Hollywood high party. Time ago. Okay? Okay. Right. Thank you. Thank you. He's gonna pay.
เหมือนกับฟ้าพบกันเมื่อไรก็เรื่องใหญ่หากับไฟทั้งไกลกันได้เราหมากับแมวมาเจ็บกันสู้กันสู้ดีต่างไม่เคยมีวิธีจะพูดจานกอินทร์โผล่ลงรถกลับลงนกอินคอยดีเอียดคิดกันตลอดเวลาเธอกับ